Alright guys, here we go. Okay guys, game 4 in the AoC Champions League. Here we are, Viper again in the yellow, playing as Vikings. They both said nice. I was about to say, what? This is weird. Because this is team random, not pick civ. Vikings is the best water civ. They got lucky again. Not only Viper map hacks now, Viper civ hacks. No, I'm just kidding. But they're both playing as Vikings. Viper has won convincingly in every game, which means that he will get points to move on. It is similar to the UEFA Champions League where you get points, move on. And if you want information on this, you can type in my Twitch chat !CL and look at all of the tournament info. Viper's here in the yellow, and then Vinchester is here in the magenta, aka purple, whatever. I feel like Vinchester's map is a little bit awkward because he's very close to the water's edge with his TC. However, yeah, I really don't like Vinchester's map, actually. Especially with his house right there. His lumber's not going to be pretty. Over here, his lumber's not going to be pretty either because this gold mine is right next to it. Players do have a re left if they want to use that. It is important to get every point you can. So Vinchester might want to keep that in mind, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Viper's map, there's not a lot to talk about with maps on islands sometimes. Viper has a woodline here, that's nice and plentiful. Woodline here if he wants it. Also, his main gold's up here, so that should be fine for him. He is going to try and use his scout, which you often see on islands, to bring this boar back. He received a couple hits there. That scout is half dead, but he should be fine. I'm not sure where the other boar is. They're over there. That should be easy for him. Finch has his boars here, so that should be easy enough. He actually was able to lure a couple deer as well. Well, Vikings, as you guys know, a strong water civ. You want to get a dock up and you want to get fishing ships out. This would be an okay area for Vinch. You can see how the fish will run out over time. This would be a better area for him. Viper will probably dock out here. I can see the villager there now. And believe it or not, there's not many deep fish. Like, you would think that would be great, but the Viper map hacks file has failed him. Error. It has crashed because there's only 2 deep fish on the screen right now. That's going to be disappointing for him once he sees that. He'll probably relocate a dock at some point if he's able to. Maybe down here will be better, but he has to win some fights first. Oh, Viper could lose his scout. He has to be careful. 3 HP. Did they pick civs for this? No, they did not pick civs for this. It was just luck. I did air quotes. Luck. Luck it was. I'm only kidding. Viper should hold on to his scout, though. If you lose your scout, that's bad news. You really want to keep your scout alive. That way you can see any landings. Looks like both players have their scouts. Vinch has lured in the boars with a little bit more style than Viper. He has a lot more HP, but then again, it was a little bit easier for him as well. Viper's housed. The little things matter in these expert games, such as the scout, such as getting housed. But we'll see the uptimes. The uptimes are very important. I think Vinchester will benefit a lot from bringing in the deer. And again, he's using the TC to weaken that boar. One good thing about Vinchester's map is I don't think he can really be landed. If Viper wants to land him, which we usually don't see, but if he wants to land him, Vinchester can easily just wall this off or defend with water control by bringing galleys to either side of the island. So I don't think we'll see that. Viper is getting loom, and he is about to click up. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. And Vinch is getting close, but he's going to be a bit behind. He's going to go up with an extra villager. I've seen plenty of players go up without loom, but probably smart to do it with loom because you're going to have your villagers next to the water. Vinchester might benefit from having his dock up here, though. There's a lot more deep fish available to him. He has 1 extra villager, 4 fishing ships right now. There's 3 for Viper, so that's one thing he sacrificed. At least Viper can't steal a boar. That's true, Viper cannot steal a boar. 4 to gold for Vinchester. Probably 3 for Viper, depends on how early he went. Now, if he's going now, he'll go 4. I feel like that's a little bit late for Viper, but I'm no pro. Viper is building that second dock now. Vinchester will need to do so, and it will be a galley war. Now, the important thing here is finding your opponent. Vinchester, this is all, well, we'll start with Viper, because I'm on his point of view now. This is all he sees. He could easily explore inland tier and inland tier, and while he's doing that, Vinchester could come in and find Viper's fish and pick it off. So it's a little bit of luck, but it's also a little bit of understanding the map. And I think Viper has that sixth sense, or that Viper sense, the Vipey sense that everybody talks about. So he might have an advantage with that. He's making the galleys right now. And he also queued up a fishing ship. I wonder if that was intentional. Yeah, actually, he has queued up fishing ships. He wants to actually... This is weird from Viper. He's going to try and get away with adding more fishing ships. So that's an interesting move. I'm glad I spotted that. Meanwhile, Vinch is... Transport hype! Transport hype! Now Viper can be transported. Viper has a scout up here. Oh boy. So Viper's going to go for a fish boom. Well, not a fish boom, but he's going to add in some extra fishing ships. And he's going to try and get away with it, thinking that it's going to be a galley rush. Vinch is going to act like he's going to galley rush, basically. So he's going to make galleys and fight Viper, but he's going to land. Oh no, but Viper's there. Can Viper see it? Can Viper see it? Viper has his scout there on 3 HP. Where's Vinch going? I believe Viper's scout is patrolling, so Vinch does not have much time. And Vinch... I hate it when players do this. Do not reveal your scout. No, you idiot! Don't do this! Vinch! Not to the TC, man! Oh, now Viper knows. That was the stupidest thing you could have done. Now these villagers are in here. And Viper's gotta be thinking, okay, I know what's up. He's immediately going for a barracks. He doesn't know where the villagers are, though. There's a watchtower and an archery range. This is interesting, guys, because Viper's looking all over for it. He's probably thinking it's around the edge of the map. He might be scanning as well. That's where the archery range and the tower is. Oh man, what a landing this is. Now this tower will alert Viper in a moment, but Viper, as of now, has no clue, to my knowledge, where this is. Is Vinch on stone at home? He's not, so he's not going to go for another tower. But Vinch is just being annoying. And he lost his scout. He still has the villas here. Viper has no defensive archery range. There's the tower. That's a really good tower, man. That is a perfect tower. Because it covers the berries, and it, as an archer comes out, also covers the gold. Could that have been any better from Vinchester? I mean... Come on. He didn't know what was here, and he just happened to find the perfect spot. Double archery range from Viper. He doesn't have any gold down here to access. He needs to get to that one as fast as possible. Another archery range now from Vinchester. He does have fletching. And Vinchester's micro will be on display now, and I'd love to see it. Viper's going over to that gold immediately. Meanwhile, on water, both players are fighting, and Vinchester actually should be able to take this fight. Because he is at home. One villager down for Viper. This is great play from Vinch. I really like it. I really like it a lot. He has to be careful. He doesn't want to run into the galleys, but he can get back here. No! Why did you just... Ah! He just patrolled into galleys! Vinchester! Now he's going to lose that archer to skirmishers. Oh, man. Way to hurt my soul. He's going for a stable now. Oh, I like this play. Vinch is going all in. Archers, skirmishers, stable. He's pushing Viper away again. He is not giving up. Vinch also does have water control, guys. Is this live? It is live, and it is crazy. The stable, just 1 or 2 scouts will counter these skirmishers. Vinch is an emotional roller coaster. My life is an emotional roller coaster right now because of this. I like what Vinch has done. He's gone for all the archer upgrades, and now he's gone for a stable. Viper has seen the stable. He needs a response to this. Viper's response to this in this situation pretty much has to be his own stable or his own landing, and he's going for his own landing. The reason I say that is because he doesn't have the food for his own stable. Archers would be the ideal, but he can't do archers because he doesn't have gold. Vinch has denied them of that. So I thought Vinch was going to see the transport. Vinch has not seen the transport. Viper's going around, and we're going to have a double landing, folks, in game 4. What great players we have playing these games. Vinch is going on stone there. Viper's sending out a spear, which is a super smart move, and really good micro from Viper as well. Considering everything these players are doing right now on water with the transports, this is very wise. So, looks like Viper's actually gained some control, and that is bad news for Vinchester. I talked about it in the early game. I said that Viper wouldn't be able to land Vinch easily. Well, we're about to see what happens. Vinch should be able to win this fight on water against Viper, and convincingly as well, which means Viper will have to defend, because his fishing ships are all down there. Look at the amount of gold Vinch has. Oh my word, I cannot believe that. Vinch is 4 villas down in comparison to Viper. He still has his villagers on the mainland. He needs to keep these villas alive though. He's making skirms. He could take a fight against Viper if he wants to. He just has to take his time. I would build a tower on that gold if I were Vinch. Question is, can he see this? I'm pretty sure he's expecting it, and there we go. Look at this game. Vinchester's running down here. He can see Viper with the skirmisher. Viper chooses yellow so he can blend in with this terrain, but it's not going to happen today. Vinchester is... well, he has a defensive archery range already, obviously, and he's going to send units. Alright, so... Who needs water, right? Galleys are here from Vinchester. Viper needs the water. He needs his fish. Vinchester's actually going to get cleaned up. So basically what's happening here, as Vinchester's going to try and focus down all the fish, this is a smart move. He's not fighting the galleys, he's fighting the fishing ships. Everybody is fighting on water and on both islands. We have 3 different things, and then the economies are being built up as well. This is extreme multitasking, and that's extreme market abusing as well from Vinch, because he went from 1,000 gold to 80 gold to get to the Castle Age. Is he gonna regret that decision? Is he gonna regret that decision? Because Viper is coming in with a lot of military. He hasn't walled this off, Vinch. He doesn't really have anything to defend from Viper's army. Also, as far as I know... oh, good fight for Vinchester. As far as I know, Vinchester lost both villagers here. Yes, he did. Viper's resources, meanwhile, well, he's stuck in the feudal age, and he's going to be scared once he sees the Castle Age upgrade. Keep in mind that 1 or 2 knights from Vinchester on Viper's Island will be devastating. But this will be devastating as well, and that's way too late with the wall. Way too late with the wall. Oh man, what a base trade. What a base trade this is. And there's no stable here for Vinch, so it's not like he can make knights, which would be the most cost-effective unit to clean this up. 2 vills down for Vinch. He's also 10 vills down in the total count. And he's going to lose water here as well. He doesn't have any fishing ships left. This is messy. Look at Vinch's eco. Viper's going to continue to pile on the pressure. Vinch doesn't have a lot. He has no wood over here. He's all over here on the left-hand side. What is he doing with... he's getting bodkin, and he's going for a siege workshop. Like, what is he doing with his resources? He can't even get crossbow. Gonna try and push Viper away. Oh man. Well, he shouldn't fight before bodkin. He just got it, so he's gonna fight now. Viper's gonna fight with villagers. Oh, he's thinking about it. He's going away now. Both players are in a bad position. Vinch is going for a Mangonel. He's hoping the Mangonel can change things. Viper still has idols here. That skirmisher gonna find them. Not that that's really important, but what's important is Vinchester. I mean, he needs to get out of his TC. He needs to get from the left side to the right side to where all the gold and wood is. This fight is important as well, where Viper is fighting with villagers. Elite skirmishers coming in from Vinch. That is a costly upgrade. And now a tower from Viper. Vinch, be careful here. You don't have the resources to be wasting. Meanwhile, Viper, he doesn't have the gold, guys. Both of his golds are denied for the time being. Vinch just has to keep denying him gold. You can see Viper is selling resources. Both players are being incredibly stubborn. The Mangonel has pushed Viper away. Vinch is single file sending these villagers somewhere as Viper is on his way to the castle age 27 minutes into the game. This is, I think, the best game of the series. Alright, now, as the crossbows, and oh, it looks like Elite Skirmisher, I guess, was cancelled because crossbow and standard skirmishers come around from Vinchester. Viper is making more units back at home, and he is now building a watchtower because he knows Vinchester can micro like a madman. He only has feudal age units, and he is scared of this attack. He doesn't have that many numbers either, and Vinchester is focusing down a villager and a crossbow as well. He's gonna probably run away once he sees the tower, though. Now Viper already brought his water control over here, and this is a smart move because you might find a villager pick or two. But Viper also still has this army over here, and those idols as well. Now what is Vinch gonna do? Build a TC there? That's... I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with this, but the fact that he built it there... I mean, Viper knows about it. Viper's already been here. Viper has military here. All these villagers running through. It's just so messy, man. I mean, to be honest, it would have been better right here because it's not next to a house and it's flat up against the wood line, but this game is just too much for me. Too much for me. Viper's getting Elite Skirmisher. He should be able to defend from that at home. And now he's going to transport. So my guess is now, just assessing the situation, my guess is that Viper is going to defend at home with Elite Skirmisher and Bodkin. He is going to attack on land with maybe crossbow and siege. Or, you know what, there's enough space over here you could even build a TC and just have some safe farmland. The thing that Vinch has going for him is he has some control. I noticed that none of these guys are actually fish booming. Like, they don't have the resources to toss out some fishing ships, but this is wild. The idle time is insane. 11 idols for Viper right now. He's building a stable over here, so we might be thinking about knights. Knights and Elite Skirms is a good combo. However, as you guys know, Vikings... Oh, good trap from Viper. Good trap from Viper. That's perfect. Vikings don't have bloodlines on their knights, but that's going to make knights a lot easier if he continues to do things like that. I mean, Vinch has to know Viper is still on his island. He's making another Mangonel. He knows that wood is being chopped. He just might not expect the stable choice. And a knight is obviously a perfect counter to the Mangonel, and a monk is obviously a perfect counter to the knight. But Vinchester's going to lose this Mangonel now. It has ventured too far away from that TC. But at least now Vinchester knows, so, you know, he's aware of what's going on here. This is an important thing to point out. Vinchester is going for War Galley. At the same time, Viper is actually tossing out galleys. So players are actually going to start prioritizing the water again. And I think this is important because let's say Vinchester had full water control. He could be back here. He could be killing these villagers, killing that stable. If Viper had full water control, he could be over here, destructing the gold and the stone. It's almost more important for Viper, I think. But who knows? Viper has a TC here on the mainland. He's going for university. He'll probably go for ballistics. We're going to see a lot of ships finally from the Vikings. Vinch is pushing in. Viper's going for another dock. This game is heating up. Vinchester is only 5 villagers down. And this is one of the best islands games I have seen in quite some time. Can I just get... Can you guys just, like, type the word, like, applause in the chat, please, for Vinchester? Because if Vinchester went for the standard, like, Islands metagame, this would not have happened. No applause for that lack of micro or patrol from Vinchester there, but applause for the fact that he chose to land, because this has been a great game. That was a bad fight for him, though. He needs to go back, and that's just been bad. But yeah, I'll applaud as well, because this has been good. Vinch has 3 docks. He is building a 4th. I think Viper's already on 5. Yeah, he's already on 5. So Viper should have an advantage on water, but if... oh, this is nuts. If Viper commits too much to water, then he will lose on land, and it's just always one of those things. I like the fact that Vinch is building a TC here. Like, Viper has builds there. This is such a weird TC. He's sending monks out and a Mangonel. He's gonna try and collect those relics. Viper has a lot of war galleys, though, and it's important that Vinch does not lose the water. Look at Vinch's resources in comparison to Viper. Like, Vinch has to run here, in my opinion. If Vinch hits Imp first and wins the water, it's back to a standard Islands game right now, and I think that Vinch could win the game. He needs to run away, and he needs to get more docks up, and he needs to garrison whatever he creates in his docks right now. He's even getting some relics, which is helpful. Did he just lose 2 monks to the knight from Viper? I'm pretty sure both monks just went down to Viper's knights. Viper's just doing this all the time. Monks hate him, this man Viper. But Viper's gonna lose all those vills, so that's gonna hurt him. Imperial Age upgrade is coming in for Vinch. This is a very good situation for Vinch. However, he does not have the resources anymore to create galleys, and Viper is coming in full force. All Castle Age war galleys. Look at the military difference. 51 military for Viper, 16 for Vinch. Vinch is running to the back. And, oh, there's been a small transport of skirmishers from Viper. And defensive Vikings Cav Archer from Vinchester, which is probably a misclick. I don't think there's anything else. Still quite a game. Vinch, I think, is going to have to make some more plans for this one, though. He's lost the control on Viper's Island quite some time ago. Viper has more water control, and he is now on his way to the Imperial Age. Viper, I don't know if you call it a comeback, but I think has the biggest advantage in this one. I think he's in a better position now. Not only can his galleys kill Vinchester's galleys, but these galleys here, they can disrupt the gold, the stone, the farms, the wood. Water control is so important. I think Vinch needs a castle next to docks, because he's gonna lose these. Question is Viper gonna find these? Well, 72 vills for both players. Vinch is going to hit Imp first, so he will be able to produce out of his TCs a little bit earlier. Also, he will get the Imperial Age upgrades first as well, but I mean, he has 13 military, so I don't know how much that really matters. I don't think that's gonna scare Viper much. Viper's just gonna kill as many docks as possible. No, that's the galleon dock, Vinch! Not like this. Not like this. That is the dock research and galleon. Actually, Viper is running away, so that's helpful. Well, he might come back, though. It's a 60%. I think Vinch is gonna be okay now. He just needs to mass his units. It is basically a water battle now. Get your navies out. Let's see what they got. Viper's waiting for his upgrades, and you know what? Viper has done a very important thing. If the armies get large, and there are like 50, 60 ships out here, they're gonna start chasing a little bit. And Viper, he can hide right here because that castle will do damage to ships. Smart play from Viper. And also, there are golds there. If he can get a castle up here, that'd be really important for him as well. Vinch might be thinking that as well, but I notice he has no stone to build a castle. The Viper's thinking more late game, and he has more military right now. In fact, Vinch has just reached 20 military, 22 to be exact. And Vinch is just getting ballistics as well. I thought he had that earlier. It's not looking good for Vinchester. I am not gonna lie to you guys. Viper's gonna land here now as well. And he's also back here with some galleons, just going to do some damage to the economy. Just little by little, Viper is going to whittle away at Vinchester. And this is sad for Vinchester, but as he's about to lose 2 more docks, I just don't know what he can really do. I don't know if he can land Viper and do anything now. I don't know if he can bring this back on water unless he has a castle. And if he has a castle, then maybe he can do something. But, like, with the archers here, the archers are going to be able to kill villagers as well. And the eco is what Vinch needs to create units. More docks coming up from Vinch. I'm looking at Viper's resources. Having a lot of resources is not necessarily a good thing, guys. That means you're not spending them. So Viper has a higher population. He almost has 60 more. And also his resources are about the same of Vinchester, who's just now getting Bowsaw, which is pretty telling. That is a Castle Age wood upgrade. Viper already has the Imperial Age wood upgrade. I think Viper is well ahead in this one now. And as Vinchester loses these docks in the blink of an eye, he has to be thinking again, like, how did I let this one slip? How? What could I have done differently? He's one of the best players in the world, obviously. You know, he got to the final of the Arabia Invitational. Viper did not. But there's the GG. And, man, that, I'll tell you what, that was my favorite game of the series. That was great. In each game, there was, I think in the first 3 games, like, I could just only look at Viper, and I could say, okay, Viper responded to this in a really fantastic way. That was exciting, and basically that's all we talked about. This game, it was pretty even, and Vinchester did something that was really surprising. That landing was hilarious. Like, that tower was perfect, and that archer range as well. He did that with 2 villagers. He evaded the scout. Obviously, there's a lot of luck involved, but that was nice from Vinchester. And he did a lot of damage with that. And, you know, Viper did the right thing, defending back at home. He didn't have gold for quite a while, and that was really impressive that he defended. But he defended at home and attacked at Vinch's base. I can't help but think that Vinch could have done better at his base, though. He's probably disappointed he didn't wall earlier. Like, out here, it could have been such an easy wall, but didn't do that. It really was a great game, though, all around. I think it was a pretty even game. Vinch did miss some eco upgrades, so, like, those small things could have helped out. But, yeah, great game. You can see the eco upgrades. The wood and the food, probably down to eco upgrades. Fill counts were pretty even all game. I think eco upgrades were big on this one. Vinch also didn't have as much space on his island because it was kind of like, he was a skinny little guy. Technology stats, society stats, man, lots of fun stuff to look at. Viper did have more villagers in the end. Cancel bet. No, you can't cancel your bet, sorry.